past that, but a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. You do that like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag. My bad. You ain't get too bad. My bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go on your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad beat pesto, if you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special, I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist for like points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, that's the big scan when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause I like she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit on my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the New York Giants. The excitement level around here at a fever pitch as we're underway in the 2020 NFC Championship game. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
Hey, lock it.
Catch it. He's coming.
Hey.
He's coming. Double up.
Defense.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second down, here's Barkley. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And Tate's got it. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Protein spill.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Now Saquon Barkley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Big stop, let's go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Exit.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, stare them off. Check 3. Say go.
Throwing, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch screen. Check. Big grip.
A first down carry for Barkley. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Wide, get wide. Check 3. Look at me, zipper. Get it.
Barkley. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, watch it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On 2nd down now, Barkley, and able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they wanted to, but I think we'll see more as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
A gain of 22. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now on 1st and goal, a chance to get a leg up in this NFC title game. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board first here tonight.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Come on, let's
timeout set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Ryan. This complete to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Go!
Mike, get out!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Sidesteps him at the 35. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
2 minutes remain in the 1st half of this NFC Championship.
Get ready!
And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Ryan, complete. Smith has it. 5 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready. I'm going to run you over. 36. 58. Hey, orbit. Ready, go.
From the shotgun, Ryan lets it go for Nelson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Lock it. Go.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Ready? Get the orb. Check. Right. He's done right here. Get it.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Taking it about the 16. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Looking end zone for Jones. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So line of scrimmage still with 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
31 to Mike. Let's go. 31 to Mike.
To throw again. Ryan. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Hey, 59, ready? Hey, Delta.
Throwing again, Ryan. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the 2nd half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Freeman again. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Hey, Sue.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
First down, Falcons.
Ready. Right there in the middle. Get that catch. We go. Watch out. Right south. Let him go.
Now the former Oregon man. This is Kenyon Barner. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan. A nice little juke. Jones has it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Lorenzo Carter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
11. Check 55 to Mike. Check. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Get nervous now. We ain't beginning the turn. Hey, bye. Don't get nervous. Shift. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 54, south.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. This one caught by Davis. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Freeman. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Got it. Right, 55. 22. All day, just like that. Whip. Watch the whip. Alert 3. General West.
Again, it'll be Freeman. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. Here we go now with Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 2 yards out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A first down run by Barkley unsuccessful as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And this is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. One quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
We go! 30 base.
Watch tight end, tight right. Hey, 4 down.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I'm coming. Hey, switch gears. Switch.
Ready.
2nd and 6. He completes it to Tate. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. And this is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Don't be scared.
Now it's Barkley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Jones. Operating from the gun. Got a man, Slayton. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Goldman. And he takes it into the end zone for a Giant TD. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Giants have taken the lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
39. Move.
Hey, you got 3,
Hey, exit. Go.
Now Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
51, South. Kill. Check 99. 64, South. Check. Smooth. Where's the mic? Wait. Give me traps. Let's go. He's coming.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And that is incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
I really hate the snow. Snow is trash, bro. I hate when niggas beat you in the snow. It really irritates me.
10-2, son.
And this nigga plays
Hey,
like
stand up. Yeah.
Like he has
On first down, Barkley. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
I thought he was going to be way better. Way more.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it again with Barkley. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. They'll go to Barkley again. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rosas' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what
I think that factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He'll have a first down past the 40. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 75 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Let's go now. 60 or. Shoot.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Snow killed me, man. That shit killed me. I would probably blow him out in the snow.
They said beginning of the year, they set a lofty goal, Charles, of getting to the Super Bowl. They fell one step short of that.
Oh, and that's going to hurt for a long time. That's going to be a big one for the offseason. Their goal now has to be not to wallow in it, but to use it as fuel for next year. Better offseason conditioning, great OTAs and minicamp. You know as well as I do, they'll have T-shirts in their lockers that say, unfinished business. They want to get back there and next time win it.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.
Fuck! That nigga's lucky as fuck, bro. That nigga stays so in his little small-ass little out routes. Nigga, that shit is crazy. That nigga stays mad tight, like mad compact. Like everything is tight. His runs, run, and then little dinky routes. That shit's crazy. I wish I could have played him without the snow, man. I probably would have beat him. That's no fuck me up.
Catch me lacking. Bank account for my